Well, troubled schools in Tennessee. It all started when students in the Williamson County School District came home with this textbook. It read this. Here's a passage from it. It said, "A cultural landscape." Inside, quotes that some parents say are downright anti-Semitic. For example, if a Palestinian suicide bomber kills several dozen Israeli teenagers in a Jerusalem restaurant, is that an act of terrorism or wartime retaliation against Israeli government policies and army actions? That's a question posed to students in the book. Joining me now is Laurie Cardoza. She's the mother of a student at Williamson County Schools. She also met with the superintendent after filing an official complaint about this book, and we'll get into that in a moment. Laurie, nice to see you this morning, and welcome back.
Good morning, Clayton. Thank you for having me back on.
You bet. So take us back, and I want our viewers to have some context, how you first came to learn about this textbook and the types of passages that were in that book. What was your response when your child brought that home?
Well, it was actually another parent who brought it to my attention. She knows that I'm the president of Proclaiming Justice to the Nations, and our mission is to educate Christians to stand against this type of new anti-Semitism. So she brought me the textbook and showed me that reference, and I immediately was upset. I said, it's time we meet with the faculty. We did so. Unfortunately, Tim Gaddis, who is the superintendent of curriculum, told us at the meeting, as he explained what the procedure was, he told us that you have to come to me first, and that's a quote, and he says, but I'm not removing the textbook. And so we contacted Dr. Looney and some of the other school board members. This was almost 6 months ago. And unfortunately, nobody got back to me with regards to it. So as school year was winding down, I said, you know something, it's time to move on this. So that's why you're seeing the events unfolding right now.
One of the things we brought up with Governor Huckabee yesterday on the show is that the book is making factual errors. Never mind the anti-Semitism side of this, it's factually incorrect. That Palestine is somehow a state, never was, and that we're teaching our students that somehow violence is justifiable in certain political situations.
Absolutely, and that sends the wrong message to our students. If we go back and we even break apart, in fact, yet when I met with Dr. Looney on Friday with regards to the text, I broke out every sentence, the sentence structure, the whole paragraph, the comments, the inference using negative words with regards to Israel as Israeli sympathizers, and with the Palestinian issue, Palestinian advocates, negative, positive. This influences, in fact, you know something, so maybe the parents got it wrong. Maybe we're reading more into this than we should. Let's go to the kids. That in that class, there were 2 students that we know of that were affected by that statement. One student who was born and raised in a Christian home knew the historical, archaeological, legal, biblical evidence to prove Israel has rights to that land. And another student says to the mom, when the mom asked the student, is this an important, what do you think about this class and what was taught? The student says to her, yes, this class is very important, because had I not taken this class, I wouldn't know about the dangerous Zionist agenda. Well, you know something? There's the proof in the pudding. We have been saying that this is anti-Semitic, it's anti-Israel, it stands in violation of our unique relationship in the United States with Israel. It is unacceptable. The book needs to be pulled. And we were told by Dr. Looney the process has begun, although, we just may not have enough time. Well, you know something? That's unexcusable. We are going to be going back now to the community, letting the parents know it's time to contact the teachers, it's time to contact your board members, it's time to contact the PTO presidents at your school. We want to let them know by the fall, we want a new textbook for this curriculum. We're not going to back down on this. We've lost control of our federal government. We are not going to lose control of our local community.
Well, Laurie, it seems like you've got the steam that you need going forward, and good luck to you. And thank you for sharing your story and keeping us up to date. That's Laurie Cardoza. She's a parent there in Williamson County. Thanks for that. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Clayton.